Did y'all hear that Gucci sales are 50% down? Now, I think everybody's sales is 50% down. Everybody. Except for the food, because niggas still gotta eat. And as long as the government still giving away food stamps, allowing these hussies to buy all you can eat crab legs at the Giant, the Kroger, and the Publix, bitch still gonna eat. Groceries still gonna go up. I don't hear nobody out there. Hold it down. Hello there, Bellas. If you have not already done so, please remember to like, share the Facebook, subscribe, and tip your favorite narrator at $NAROB on YouTube via Cash App. Luke is getting on my nerves. He want me to rub him, and I'm trying to work. All I am is just the thing that walks around here, feed him, rub his belly, give him water, take him to daycare, pick him up from daycare, give him his medicine. That's all I am to him. Okay? And this little one, and if you are not already a part of this book club, please hit the Patreon link below and or the join button here on the YouTube. Now, let's continue reading Who's That Girl? Eve, a memoir. I held a gun for the first time when I was 8 years old. It was a pearl-handled .25 and it belonged to my Aunt Kern. Sometimes I'd carefully hold the gun and just look at it when we were together. My Aunt Karen was just a teenager when she started selling drugs, and I became her little helper. I wasn't on the block dealing at aid or something, but I would count the caps on the crack valves for her by color, red, blue, and so on. Listen, if you was on the block doing your thing at 8 years old, it ain't like it ain't never happened. We had this young dude on Moore Street. My goodness, his big brother was murdered. God rest his soul. He was murdered at either 15 or 16 years old, something like that. Anyway, he had a big sister and a little brother. The little brother was like 8, 9, 10. And he was now the man of the house, and that little boy was getting it. You hear me? At a very young age. Unbelievable. Life is what it is, baby. Things just happen. Even as a teen, my Aunt Kern had a swag about her, one that I would eventually emulate and evolve into my rap persona. She was definitely a hustler, but not some high-level criminal. She wanted to make money just like I did when I eventually got to the age she was then. We didn't have a lot of money growing up, and opportunities to make it weren't within reach as a teen. She did what she had to do. Aunt Kern could dress. I'm talking about all the designers that anyone cared about in the 80s. She even had me dipped in Adidas sweatsuits and Gucci link earrings too. Pause in the draw. Did y'all hear that Gucci sales are 50% down? Now, I think everybody's sales is 50% down. Everybody. Okay? Except for food, because niggas still gotta eat, and as long as the government still giving away food stamps, allowing these hussies to buy all you can eat crab legs at the Giant, the Kroger, and the Publix, bitches still gonna eat. Groceries still gonna go up. It ain't looking good for you Gucci Seamers. And I love the Gucci's, especially My greatest Gucci time was when Tom Ford was there, getting it together. Now Tom Ford doing his own shit, okay? But honey, we might be able to buy the Gucci in the Burlington Coat Factory soon. Since we were close enough in age that she was like my big sister, I got to hang around her and all of her friends. I felt cool. Aunt Kern never left me behind, though years later when she passed away, I felt guilty that I'd maybe left her. I was 32 and in LA when I got the call. Aunt Kern had some health issues, yet she continued to do her thing with drinking and smoking. Her body gave in with a seizure, and I felt so far away from Philly in that moment. I wished I had paid more attention to her health scares or urged her to go see some specialist. Anything I could think of. Maybe she wouldn't have listened, but at least I could have tried harder. What Eve continues to say is that she got a lot of her swag from her Aunt Karen. She said, anytime you meet a celebrity and they have a certain zhuzh about them, they got that zhuzh from somebody else. When they be like, nah, this just me, Eve is like, no, you lying. You get that or a piece of that from somebody. You get little nuances about yourself from somebody. I know I am a sum of my family. My sister is like the Amanda Bynes of our family without all the crazy stuff and the Kid Cudi dick in her life. I get my appreciation of art from my grandmother. So all of us are a sum of our loved ones, whether we want to admit it or not. And Eve admitted that who she was and a great deal of who she was her Aunt Karen. I still talk to her though, and she talks back in her own subtle ways. That knack for subtlety is also something that I have infused into my rap persona. Every rapper has one. And if they say, nah, this is just how I am, then they're probably lying. There's a switch we flip when the cameras turn on. And it doesn't matter if you're a rapper, an actor, an athlete, or a pop star. We all have one. In becoming and staying Eve, I had to learn when and where to put my superhero cape on and transform for my own survival. It's still a work in progress. Coming from battle rap, I didn't know how to properly hold a microphone when I first started performing actual full songs. As a battle rapper, you instinctively hold your mic higher to your mouth, which may help you get your insults out harder, but won't help when you're in a stadium with an audience who just wants to hear your song exactly how it sounds on the radio. I grew into my artistry, but understanding that you're supposed to grow with it. I knew how to write bars, but had to learn how to write songs. I also had to stop looking at just rappers on stage and start observing pop stars and rock musicians, even jazz players, to study the art of not only hitting a stage, but owning it. I called myself Eve of Destruction because my name was Eve and I thought the movie title sounded cool. It is as simple as that. It was probably the flyest battle rap name, especially for a girl. In the 10th grade, I chopped off all of my hair and bleached what was left blonde. Man, that blonde shit was hot in the 90s, baby, and early 2000. It was hot. Remember, it set it off when Queen Latifah's girlfriend was dancing on her car and she was sucking on her leg in love, and that girl had the body. You can't tell me that bitch wasn't a stripper. Okay, but that lady's body was like cow, and her hair was cut short and it was bleached blonde. Ooh, all the bitches ran out and got that bleached blonde hair looking at the Queen Latifah's girlfriend from Set It Off, if they didn't already have it. But honey, you knew a gay bitch when you saw one. It was that bleached, blonde, short haircut. I had it and tried. Eve said she had it and tried too. She fucked it up a couple of times, but meh. Eventually you get there. As for the paw prints tattoos, let me tell you. She says she been had those paw print tattoos or the scratches or whatever that is on her titties. She had those tattoos before she even got into business. Let me tell you what I thought about Eve. When I seen them tattoos on her titties, I was like, oh, she must got some stretch marks or something. She covered them stretch marks up with them paw print tattoos on her titties. That's what I thought, because I was like, who does that? Who puts that? But she says she saw it on one of the girls from Total and decided that that's what she was going to do. Okay. A lot of people thought I got those tattoos when I signed, but nope. Those came with me when I got my record deal. Don't forget, DMX was a part of the Rough Riders. So because in DMX's mind, he was a dog, she ran with the paw prints on her titties. So it worked. I swear to God, I thought the bitch had stretch marks and was hiding them. I knew that when I got old enough and I ain't got no tattoos, that I was going to put some paw prints on my stretch marks. But since I didn't got my titties done, I don't have stretch marks no more. Once I stopped dancing, I was on track to figure out my career in a different way. And NYU was back on the table. I was ready to pursue that degree in special effects makeup. So I found myself back in New York City and ready to start my application for school, which ironically never happened. But after Mace basically changed my life, and one night I knew I had to keep music somewhere at the forefront, even if I was going to school too. I wasn't going to let all of that valuable time in New York go to waste, especially when it was the mecca for hip-hop at the time. So I did what any completely sane individual would do. I stalked music industry executives. My favorite person to harass was Mark Pitts.
Hollywood, lovely white light, baby Carrie. No, all the stars that come, the dancing girls, but it is in Hollywood.